All right, folks, I am still reeling because my kids brought this home just now. They found it dead on the sidewalk. Obviously, I have sons. And it is a confirmed copperhead. But I figure there's an opportunity here to share so that you know what to look for when you see one. I don't want to get close to it. But a lot of the tips that I have found have told me to look at things like whether there's slits in the eyes or the scale pattern on the belly. And I can tell you I'm not going to get close enough to any snake to determine those things. So what I want to tell you is I have learned how to identify copperheads because my boys do love snakes, and I want to make sure that they know what to look for. The main thing you want to look for is you see that Hershey kiss pattern along the body, how it kind of looks like a bunch of little Hershey kisses in a row there. That's the first thing that you want to look for, and I'm sorry for the carcass here. You can also see that its head is fatter at the back. Those are the poison glands that are starting to develop. This is a baby or possibly even a juvenile. But the main thing that you can look for to know a copperhead, if all of that feels like too much, now this copperhead fell apart while they were holding it. But the main thing you want to look for in a juvenile or a baby is, do you see how the tail there? Do you see how the tail right there has that bright green tip? That's going to be the easiest way to identify a baby or a juvenile. It starts to go away when they're juveniles, but they have it and they use it as a lure to attract prey. So if you see that bright green tail tip, I feel like that's probably the easiest thing to spot. Although the Hershey kiss pattern is also helpful. There are a lot of snakes that have, decoy markings so that you'll leave them alone. So there are a lot of perfectly harmless snakes that might appear as a copperhead unless you see that Hershey kiss pattern and you're really clear on what that looks like. But that bright yellow tail tip is the thing that you want to be looking for because that's going to give you the most information. And a lot of times copperheads are pretty docile. They're just going to try to get away. So the tail might be the first thing you see. But that's how you're going to be able to identify it. So anyway, I hope that this is helpful to somebody. And please be careful because it appears that at least in upstate South Carolina, they are out and about.